Hello, everyone, and welcome to July. What? What year is it? July 2025 Breathwork Church and the Embodied Microdosing Ministry theme of the month, authenticity. Hey, buddy, I'm not available at the moment. Can you get daddy for what you need? Love you. I'll see you later, okay?
But daddy's pooping.
Daddy's pooping. Okay. Well, why don't you give him space to do that? I'll be sure he doesn't watch the replay of this. And is it an emergency? Okay. I just pressed record. I'll come find you in about 40 minutes. I love you. Bye. Breathing with you all. Thank you all. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome. As we move into our theme, authenticity. Didn't I say authenticity the moment? Yeah, it was like so poetic, wasn't it? Beautiful. So this is me getting to authentically be in my life and with you and with the things that I hold and with that magnetic thing that happens with the people who love you and need you, that they are drawn to you in those moments, usually when you don't have the capacity or the space or the time. So thank you for letting me be in my authenticity today. This is my word of the year, authenticity. And the biggest and only message I keep getting with this word, and it's been testing and trying, is just be honest. More truth, more honesty. Was that the truth? Was that the actual truth? Right? And the truth is supposed to set us free, except the truth can also be really deeply uncomfortable too. Right. And when I picked the word, I was a little like, well, this isn't, last year was strength. And that was just like hard. Right. So I was like, authenticity, like, I don't know, I'm a pretty authentic person. I feel like I am who I am. Right. I'm pretty expressed. I was like, this probably won't be too hard. And literally every little lie, every little mistruth, I get to feel the mirror of this word and of source saying to me, like, is that the most authentic version for you, for what needs to happen here? And whoo, it's kicking my ass. It's kicking my ass in the best possible way. So what we're going to do today is just a couple of quick announcements, and then we're going to go into an embodiment sequence, just all self-touch and the body. I'm taking my belt off because this doesn't feel authentic. Yeah, that's much better. And then make sure you are muted. Then we'll open in prayer and take our microdose. If you'd like to get a sacrament, this is optional. You don't have to. You can be working with any medicine today, rose, passion flower, water, essential oils, a crystal, or just the medicine of your own breath and authenticity too. We'll take a dose, say a prayer, and then I'm going to deliver a little message, and we'll do a drop-in of just breath. And then when we close and end the recording, I'm going to keep the space open for an additional 10 minutes. Totally optional. You can go when the service ends. And we're just going to go into community, Q&A, sharing, anything that needs to come forward from the community if you're feeling the call to that. It can even be an opportunity for you to practice a little bit of authenticity and allow yourself to be seen or heard if that's part of what you are unraveling in your own authentic journey here, or as a way to practice the message for the month. Okay. A couple of quick announcements while we see if there's anybody else coming through. Really, it's just one. I'm launching a new product in the fall. It is a mushroom extract of Amanita muscaria. That's the pretty red mushroom with the white dots, the one that the emoji is. Yeah, because that emoji is not psilocybin. Although they do have a new brown mushroom in your emojis. You should go look. Looks a lot more like psilocybin or like shiitake. And this Amanita muscaria will be beta tested over the next 2 months. I'm looking for 8 volunteers, 8 participants to beta test this potent, beautiful mushroom that when prepared incorrectly can be poisonous. Full disclosure. I have prepared it correctly. I know. So my sister, the doctor, was here, and all she saw was the label Amanita muscaria, and she's like, "Why are you purposefully taking that?" Right? Like the doctor was like, "Why are you killing people?" It's like, I'm not. And it's a very misunderstood mushroom. It has been properly prepared, which just means decarboxylating it, heating it in the oven like you would with cannabis to neutralize any compounds that could be poisonous. Some debate as to whether it is actually super poisonous. And that part aside, full disclosure there, has an impact on the GABA receptors in the brain. So psilocybin impacts the serotonin receptors. This is GABA. GABA is responsible for relaxation, for sleep, for like deep down regulation of the nervous system. So in someone who's already super down regulated, this might make you just like, ooh. But if anxiety, sleeplessness, restlessness, irritability is high, this medicine could be really potent for helping find that softer, juicier, flowier, more like lucid dreaming, even. Some people say they have lucid dreams with this mushroom. So I'll get into it more in the next week or so when you hear me promote it, but I just wanted you all here at church to hear it first. 8 beta testers, $99 to spend 2 months beta testing. That includes the medicine. It's really just covering the cost of my time and supplies in order to get your beautiful feedback about once a week on this. More coming soon. Thank you for listening. Any other announcements? Just show up. Just come into the community. The app is called Mighty on your phone. Many of you have downloaded it once, but then sort of don't know where to look or find it. There is always something happening in the social feed and the ministry feed. Prompts 3 times a week for you to interact with to help keep your healing experience alive. Sharing, being seen, being vulnerable, a big part of the healing, and some free sample breathworks and opportunities to watch replays of Breathwork Church as well. I'm really glad you're here. All right, we're going to do a little embodiment, top to bottom, head to toe. So you can be sitting up, you can be standing up, however you would like to do this. I'm just in silence, no music, going to walk you through some self-touch. Many of you would be familiar with some of these maneuvers, and I'm going to invite you to just be curious, right? What feels good, what doesn't feel good. It doesn't matter. You can't do it wrong, right? Just be attuned to what's happening here. Welcome if you're just joining, Sarah. We're just moving into some embodiment, which today means just some self-touch and some sound. So we're going to start at our foreheads. I'm just going to take your hands and pretty firmly with your fingertips, actually starting at your third eye there, you're just going to swipe down. I kind of like to pretend I'm swiping away like crazy thoughts, right? Negative thoughts, bullshit thoughts, like swipe away. Yeah, just like that. And then just notice the feeling of your fingers on your forehead. If you yawn or sigh or your temperature starts to change during this little sequence here, that's good. That's normal. Excellent. Okay, and then we're going to take the palms of our hands, the heel of the hands, and just push them into your eyeballs. Oh, that makes me want to take a sigh. So take a sigh if that helps. Yeah, we're just asking the eyeballs, who are usually typically strained from screens, just to let go a little bit. There we go. Good. And then bringing your hands down to your jaw. Oh, if you just moisturized like I did, this might be a little easier to slide your fingers, but you can also do circular massage. Find that masseter muscle, that big one there. Yeah. Give it a little push and just feel. Notice how your body responds to this touch. Good. Now come over to your ears. You can make like some peace signs, like split your fingers up and put half of them in front of the ear and half behind the ear. And then massage all around the ear. I just go up and down. And then like kind of on the ear, like give your all that cartilage, it holds a lot of tension connected to the vagus nerve. Just you can pull. Oh, yep. Good. Oh, now just take a second. Notice. Oh, I have a face, right? You have a face. Okay. Making your hands into a cup like so. One hand or two. You're going to stroke down the neck and allow your thumb and your fingers to push a little harder on these muscles that come down the side of your neck as you stroke downward. Yeah. Excellent. Just like that. Good. Now you're going to lift your shoulders up to your ears and hold them there. Just squeezing, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Breathe in. And on exhale, you're going to release. That's nice, huh? Good. And now we're going to breathe in through the nose. And on exhale, we're going to say voo. And when you say voo, you're going to take your fist and thump your thymus, okay, your chest. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, voo. Yeah, you can really thump voo all the way down, right? Is this the weirdest church you've ever been to? Good. Inhale through the nose. Exhale on voo. Voo. That's it. Keep the sound coming. Keep it coming. Yeah, all the way down to the bottom of your range. Good. And we're going to do it one more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, voo. All the way down, all the way down. When you're done, just stop. You can close your eyes and notice. What's here when you have a body, when you feel yourself in your body. Yeah, you may sigh, you may yawn, you may tear up. Yeah, almost there. You're going to take a little fist and you're going to tap, do that same kind of motion. You can kind of have a looser wrist now and just go up and down your arms a couple times. Yeah. This is, we're self-locating. We're telling our brain, oh, look, we have arms. They're down here. All the way down here. There you go. Good. For your hands, circle your wrists. In one direction and another. Lovely. Spreading your fingers wide. Hold, hold, hold. And release. Yeah, wiggle those fingers. Okay, coming to our heart space. We're just going to do some heart circles. Get your ribs kind of like opening up a little bit on the sides. Oh, you can even, yep. We're going to make more room for the breath to come through. Heart circle. Good. And now come down to your hips. You can wiggle if you're sitting, just like, yeah, give a little wiggle. Feel your butt, feel your hips. If you're standing, some hip circles. Yeah, so good to arrive. And now one more time with your fists on your legs or your thighs. Yep, you have legs. All the way down. Yeah, beautiful. To your feet, final part of your beautiful body. Give your ankles a little roll or a squeeze with your hands if you can reach them. Yep, spread the toes wide. And then let them go. Yeah, beautiful. Love all the yawning. And now I want you to just close your eyes and take a couple of breaths. And just notice your body, all of your body, from the top of your head to the tip of your toes, your shape. Yeah, your human form, your container. And then moving your awareness to inside of your body, can you feel the pulsing of your life force? your heart beating, the blood pumping, your organs working for you. You can place a hand on your heart or your belly or both. We're just going to make contact with the divine. Whatever name you use for God, creator, source, mother, father. Taking a breath. Thank you for this opportunity to gather in community, to work with the breath, the body, and the sacred mushroom to support our journey to heal, to feel, to be, to become whole, to know that we are worthy of your love. Show us what it looks like and feels like to become more authentic on our journey as we practice today. Breath in, breath out. Grabbing any medicine you want to work with here, giving it a shake if it's a liquid that I've shared with you. Knowing that your breath is also medicine, and as we dose, as we ask the sacred mushroom and any other medicines present to be our teacher and guide today, to open up the pathways in the brain and the heart and in the body so that we may be better stewards of this work. Thank you for teaching, showing the way. It is done. It is done. It is done. And dosing yourself with gratitude and with intention today. Taking your time there with the medicine, holding it in your mouth if you like the flavor, especially knowing that most of these medicines absorb sublingually and they enjoy hanging out in your mouth and under your tongue. And coming to our brief message for today about authenticity. First, if anyone wants to pop in the chat, what do you notice here after that 5 minutes of embodiment? Right? One word, if that feels accessible. I am more aware of some of the discomfort in my back. Right? Full honesty here that doing this work isn't always about like, transcended any pain. Right? It's like, oh yeah, that's why I leave my body. Right? You might be more aware of some heavy emotions or grief that you're carrying. Yeah, Caitlin's feeling regulated and she's enjoying the community. Beautiful. Yeah, there's a lovely circle here today. I'm glad you're here, Caitlin. Nancy's feeling connected. In Transforming Trauma, the 12-week trauma healing program I'll run again in the fall, connection is the core theme. Trauma disconnects us from ourselves, from each other, from God, right? And what we need for healing is to reconnect in those 3 ways. We don't focus so much on reconnecting with others. That's, I feel, a byproduct of reconnecting with self and God, that we can find and handle other humans better. I don't think it's good to start with reconnection to humans when you have not connected to yourself and God. Yeah. And celebrating that connection, whatever connection you all are feeling today. Maybe you're just feeling more connected to feeling your feet on the ground or your butt in the chair, right? In our practice today, we're just going to keep finding our body. Just find your body. You don't have to love your body, right? Just find your body. That's it. Just locate it. Okay. Connection. Beautiful. So authenticity, I shared earlier in the service at the start that this is my word for the year and I'm being called into deeper truth. And there's 3 P words that keep coming up, actually 4 P words that keep coming through as I'm exploring this. Where am I performing? Where are you performing? Right? I grew up doing theater. I got approval for being a good performer. I stand here in front of you now with a microphone in front of me, right? Performance feels easy and good and fun. And I also can use performance to mask any truth or to seem perfect and to get the approval that I want. That was a really good service, right? Like, ooh, ego lights up, right? And there's nothing wrong with performing. I'm not demonizing it. But can I be more authentic in that space, right? Can you? Where are you pretending? Where are you pretending like you're okay when you're not? Where are you pretending to understand something that you don't? I'm good at that one too sometimes. And where are you perfecting to the point of like hurting yourself or a situation? There's nothing wrong with bringing your whole self to something and doing an amazing job, right? And it's a really nuanced fine line between like, I want to do a good job and I'm now in perfection and I can't let go of this, right? Where are you performing? Where are you pretending? And where are you perfecting? And how sometimes those things can take you out of just being authentic, which is messy. It's not always the prettiest version. And it's magnetic as fuck, right? When I'm in my authentic channel, more of what I want is drawn to me. When I'm in my perfectionist place, I'm kind of driving shit away from me, right? And look, here's one more P for you to humanize all of this. Why are we performing, protecting, perfecting, playing, pretending? Like there's so many P words we can work with here. We're trying to protect ourselves, right? We're trying to protect that like little vulnerable girl who, got up on the stage and sang Silent Night when she was 8 and everybody said that was so pretty. We're like an angel singing that on Christmas Eve. Like, I'm an angel, right? And that little angel went home and then felt vulnerable and hurt and misunderstood and not seen and confused and scared in bed, right? So performing felt better than this. That's a way to protect myself from all of this stuff. So let me go back to perform. Okay? We're always trying to protect the vulnerable parts of ourselves. We're never doing these things. You don't hear me use the word ego a lot. I just used it a minute ago. But like, we're not doing these things just to be assholes, right? We're protecting vulnerable parts of ourselves. So in the drop-in today, we're going to call forward that vulnerable little part who maybe is performing or perfecting or pretending or playing small, right? So what's the cost of inauthenticity? What happens when we live in an inauthentic place, when we are lying to ourselves and others? It's a self-abandonment cycle, right? Our true self is authentic, right? And when we are inauthentic, we are abandoning ourselves. It can be hard to feel a spiritual connection when you're in an inauthentic place, right? Spirit meets us in what is real. God meets us where the truth is. There's no denying that. So when we are inauthentic, it can be a little like, okay, right? I'm here. I'm not really feeling it because you're not in that channel of truth. And man, are there physical repercussions to being inauthentic, right? Repression of who you are is tension. Repression creates tension, stress. What does tension and stress create, right? Inflammation, disease, pain. Oh, my back is out, right? I can't function. We break down when we are inauthentic. But we have a tool. There is hope. God gave us something beautiful, our breath and our body. But we're going to focus on the breath and the drop-in today. Your breath is a mirror of truth. The breath doesn't lie. You can't breathe in the past. You can't breathe in the future. You only breathe right now. It's presencing beyond anything else. It's the first thing we do. We inhale when we come into the world, and it's the last thing we do. We exhale when we die, right? So we have this all the time. Let's try something right now. Don't change a thing. Don't adjust your body. Don't breathe any differently. Close your eyes and just notice how your breath is moving and how your body is positioned in this moment. Notice your inhale and your exhale. Notice any places of tension. And maybe be a little curious. What is the truth of what's being revealed in this present moment? And maybe just asking, what part of me is breathing this way? Maybe imagining yourself in your most vulnerable state, in your grief, in your performing, in your pretending or perfection. And inviting that part to be here, to show up, to rise up, to be seen today. Okay, moving on, microdosing. Microdosing helps us remember. The sacred mushroom, if you've ever done a large dose journey, you're like, yes, there's a feeling that this is familiar, even on your first mushroom journey, right? Like, oh, I remember. Oh, I get it. Right? Sacred mushroom taking us back to the sacred connection between everything. What psychedelics do, show us God, right? This very large percentage of atheists that come out of a psychedelic experience and are no longer atheists. That's like big point of interest and research, right? The God molecule, DMT. Okay, so psychedelics, microdosing, even in the tiny doses that we work in this community, help us remember and return to what's real and true. They're not altering our state. They're helping us see the true state or the truth of something more clearly. So I've got 3 possible microdosing intentions for you here if you want to work on your authenticity this month. Show me how to embody my authentic truth in small ways. Show me how to connect with the part of me that is hiding, performing, vulnerable. Show me what it feels like to be safe enough to be myself. And then let the medicine show you in little baby tiny microdosed ways. Okay. Coming down to the end of this message here, I just want to say your vulnerability, that messy, sticky, young part that's nervous to be who she is or he is, that's an offering. That's a prayer. When you do that, like imagine that you're leaving like a sacrifice at an altar, right? If you want to be literal about how people used to do their healing work, or some still do, but like that's an actual offering on the altar of your healing. I'll say it again. Vulnerability, your willingness to be vulnerable and authentic, is an offering and a prayer. Regardless of how it looks or how other people responded to it. That's part of your sacred contract with God in this healing work. I am being who you created me to be. That is a prayer in and of itself, right? For me, as I've practiced this authenticity since January, I have felt a lot of softening. So nice, so terrifying. I have felt an openness and a deeper confidence. I thought I was confident before, but when there's performing and perfection layered over it, something can go awry in that performance, right? The other person might not say their line correctly, right? And then, oh God, now I have to adjust to uphold the image. But when everything is just allowed to be the truth, it's like, oh, yeah, that's a lot less fucking work. It just is. It just is. And I can be more confident and competent and capable owning whatever mess is happening. I backed a golf cart into my sister's rental car the other day, right? It was a great opportunity. And my niece, who's 8, yells, "You're going to have to pay for that," when I did it. She's the spitting image of my sister. And my sister wasn't there, but I had her child. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to be with this messy mistake. That's going to maybe cost me some money if the insurance doesn't cover all of it, right? And my sister was gracious, and it happens, and it's no big deal. And I had to sit with the messy and be authentic in it. Your authentic self is not the most polished version of you, typically. It's the most present. I'll say it again. Your authentic self is not always the most polished version of you. It's the most present. And when you are present and just with that, oh dear, I had an accident. I made a mistake. I caused damage, right? When you are present, everything just kind of was okay. Even though it wasn't okay, it was all okay. So we're going to practice that presence today. We're going to practice being real. 3 rounds of breath, always in Breathwork Church. We will move air and then we will hold our breath and pause and notice. You can't do this wrong. First round, halo breath. We're just going to allow our breath to meet ourselves, to be a mirror for what's here, just like we did when we noticed a few minutes ago. Halo is in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice long exhale if you can. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. Second round of breath, we're going to pull off any masks. We're going to unmask. We're going to get uncomfortable. We're going to take the performance or the perfection mask off with my favorite, the blow breath. You can breathe in and out of your mouth at the speed that works for you, but it tends to work well if you inhale kind of passively and exhale like you're blowing out a candle. Your belly might. If that's helpful. Or you can just breathe out of your mouth in and out, no emphasis. Or, okay. This can be activating. You might get a little uncomfortable. You might sweat. You might cry. Bring it on, right? Let real you, like, blah, be unmasked. And then we'll go back to the halo breath for round 3. And we'll make an offering with sound on exhale. We'll lay that vulnerability down at the altar of your healing, inhaling through the nose and exhaling on a sigh or a hum. Messy, imperfect. Okay, I just burped. That's a great sign that your system is down, regulating your releasing energy. Inhaling through the nose and making noise on exhale. Yeah, make it messy. Make that offering. All right. Any questions or shares, pop them in the chat. I'm going to get our music geared up. You can sit up or lie down for this drop-in. We'll be here for about 20 minutes. And then we will end and maybe have a chit chat. If you want to hang around, you're welcome to go when we're done. So glad you came here today and chose yourself. All right. Yeah, just settling in, closing your eyes down. Yep. And remembering all that self-touch we did at the beginning, inviting you for whatever felt good in that session to bring that into this session. If you want to bring your hands to your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, your ears at any point, if you want to voo, you want to shimmy, you want to tap your arms and legs, all of that welcome. You can also just breathe, and that's plenty. Inviting you to feel yourself in your body. Remembering that you are supported and held by the unseen, by the divine, and in the safe container of this community to be messy. Be just how and who you are in this moment. No pressure, no performance. You want to invite any guides, angels, spiritual masters, grandmothers, grandfathers, well and wise ones, only those for your highest and best. Come in, come in. Yeah. You're surrounded, held, protected in the safe container here. And from underneath your closed eyes, just inviting you to look your eyeballs down at your body. Yeah, almost like you're looking at your own heart and soul. Shifting your gaze from the constant external all the way down and around and in. Holding that as long as it feels good, letting go when you're ready. Letting you know, I see you. I'm right here with you. Moving into an intentional breath through the nose. Full inhale, nice and long. Seeing how much you can take in. Gently, softly. And then exhaling from the mouth, exploring how much you can let go at the bottom. That's it. It can be nice and slow and soft. An exploration down into your body with each breath. Inhaling into those stagnant places, those shadows. Gently. Just letting yourself see what's there. No judgment. Nothing to even change, really. That's it. What if each breath is another soft meeting, you and you? Hello. Maybe meeting a sensation or a part of yourself who doesn't get very much attention. That's it. Full inhale. All the way up, every part of you expanding here. Full exhale. All the way out. And then letting go. No effort. And just feel your body here. Yeah, on your next exhale, your natural exhale, just holding your breath briefly at the bottom, pausing. And when you're ready to breathe in through the nose, full expansion all the way to the top, and hold. Letting go when you're ready, staying there if it feels good. What part of you is ready to be seen authentically? And what mask can we pull off right now as we lean into our activating round of breath, all mouth breathing? Your pace. That's it. Pull off the mask with your breath. Break through the tension. Take a pause if it gets hard, and then come right back. Maybe it's long, big blow breaths. Or tiny little pulses. Just like that. You're doing it just right. Trust yourself. One minute left here. Take a pause if you need to gather some energy. Get that yawn in. Scream or cry if that's what's coming. And then come back to the unmasking. Slow it down if you need to. Dig in if you're ready. Almost there. Less than 30 seconds. You're stronger than you think you are. That's it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go of all effort now and just notice, what does your body want to do? Do that. Do that. Yep. Stretch, yawn, shake, wiggle. Silent scream. Yeah. And when you get to the bottom of your next natural exhale, hold your breath. Coming into that top hold if you haven't already, when you're ready. Letting go. To return to your body here. As we come into our third and final round. Back to that halo, in through the nose, out through the mouth. But make an offering. It can be sound on exhale, or a movement, some tears. But lay your offering down. Release it from your being. Yeah, that's it. Maybe your offering is just the simplicity of your exhale, surrendered. The divine will. Divine timing. Laying that prayer down, giving it up. Releasing control. That's it. Let it all go. 1 minute left. Yes. You breathe into these parts that you've opened up now. You move and feel and tone as your authentic self. That's it, almost there. Full inhale, full expansion, full exhale, full release. And let go of all effort now. Staying present. We've lost sound, but that means we're being invited into silence. Yeah, what's here? Authentic. Remembering that the authentic you isn't the most polished you. It's the most present. Who are you here? And can you check in with that vulnerable part of you? Yeah, how do they feel about having your presence and attention? Want to take one final breath hold here before we move into meditation. What are you laying down at that altar here today? Who are you when you are your most maybe seeing or sensing your highest self, your true self? Standing rooted in truth. How do you move? How do you love? work. How do you breathe? Take a moment and breathe in that version of you here with 3 breaths. It feels doable, looking your eyes down at your soul as you choose yourself. Coming to rest for just 1 minute here, no effort, no work. Feeling your whole body and your whole authentic soul, filling it up inside. Like the helium inside a balloon, filled all the way up to the very edges with you. Maybe noticing how the fullness of that helium and the stretch of that balloon causes you to rise. Thank you to the sacred mushroom and any other teacher medicines here for showing the way. Thank you, Source, Creator, God, Universe, Yahweh, for your unending love and compassion for us in our messiness and our humor. Thank you to any angels, guides, ancestor, spiritual master. And a bow of gratitude to yourself. For being here, for showing up authentically, for doing this brave, brave work. If there's a prayer on your heart right now, let it be known, whispered, communicated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so it is. Taking a moment in your own way when you're ready to shift your awareness. Maybe avoiding the screen and just looking around at the environment you're in. And grab your journal if there's anything you really want to remember. Or come back to your body. Offer yourself some touch, a squeeze, a hug. So much of healing work is about making the space to just be in connection with yourself like this. Not a lot to figure out, often a lot to feel through. Move through, to move with.